if right now you decide that you are not ready to settle down, but if you want my heart, then it's time that you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I am in the oncology department today. Y'all know I'm PRN or whatever. There's two types of PRN. There's PRN for the health system, make $56 an hour, $52 an hour. And then if you work night shift, you get $6 shift differential. I decided to do my department PRN, and that's where you're PRN for a specific unit. And y'all already know I'm a neuro nurse, so I'm PRN on that department. So oncology always needs 3 nurses. So I'm always picking up for them because where I work on the neuro unit, we are a fully staffed unit. The oncology unit needs a lot of people, and I can see why. Y'all, when I tell you it's busy, you can go look on my Mars and see I'm in there every 38 minutes doing something, very much something. I'm always in there doing something.
Yeah, I was trying to find something, very much something. Yeah, I was trying to find something to talk about.
And that wouldn't be a problem if I didn't have 6 freaking patients and 2 of them on a different hallway, because you gotta work splits because that's just the assignment that they gave me. So yeah, it can get a little bit challenging. And let me say this, make sure y'all return y'all medications, because there's nurses out here that goes to the Pyxis and runs the reports and see what medication you pulled, and then go back and look at your MR and see what medications you gave. Baby, I don't know how they got time, but they make time. Just sneaky ass bitches. Y'all be aware. Nursing is full of sneaky ass, conniving ass, ain't got nothing to do at home ass, miserable ass, gossiping ass, negative ass Nancy's that work on your unit or the unit you're floating to. So cover your butt. CYOA, y'all. I tell you that. If y'all don't take nothing else from me, it's cover y'all ass. So I've already pulled my meds, past meds on 6 patients, and midway through my shift, well, not midway through my shift, but mid-morning, early morning, they call me and tell me that they're gonna do a couple procedures. So I have to return my pills, because you know I told y'all they'd be watching. So I'm about to return my meds, and then I'm gonna go sit down and eat breakfast. All right, so we're home from work. When I got off from work, I did a mile run. I'm part of this Nike Foot Club challenge where I'm trying to do 45 miles in 45 days. So that's why I came home from work and then ran 1 mile plus. Y'all already know that I'm doing training for the 5K. I said 10K, but it's really a 5K in November. But let me just give y'all like a quick little report. So I had 6 patients. Patient 1 was an older patient who had came from a facility because they were having frequent falls. Turned out that they had a GI bleed. So I was taking care of that. They had surgery to correct the bleed. Patient number 2 was a breast cancer patient who had just found out that they had breast cancer this year and ended up metastasizing already. Just found out that you had breast cancer this year, and now you're finding out that you got stage 4 breast cancer, and it was a young patient. So that was really sad, because when you see people who have like families especially cancer patients who have families and kids your child's age, it's really hard, like sad. Then I had another breast cancer patient with mets to the lungs as well. So I had 2 patients with seemingly the same diagnosis, and both were young. So it was a really sad day, like, to deal with that. Then I had 1 patient that was inpatient hospice, so they were actively dying. Then I had 1 patient that was CHF exacerbation. Can't really say non-compliant, but when you get to a certain size, it's kind of hard for doctors to manage your conditions. So that was and then my 6th patient was a tuberculosis rule out patient. Definitely nothing to do with oncology. Anytime you like work in a hospital, be in a jail, or even like a nursing home, you're at higher risk of communicable diseases. So something that we watch.
Soon as I stop worrying how the story ends, I let go and I let God have His way. That's when things start happening. I stop looking at back then. I let go and I let God have His way. Let go.
Hey y'all, so good morning. Sorry I forgot to finish out yesterday's vlog. I had a real busy day yesterday, and damn Herbalife. So let me tell y'all, I'll be real, I have become like real, not scared, but like real cautious about what I do at work, because people know where I work at. People I work with know what my YouTube channel is, and we're not even that big yet. We're not even at 10K, but people find me. So people have found me. So I have to be real careful, because y'all know a bitch could lose a job for being on social media at work. Now, we already know we don't play those games. We don't have patient information, stuff like that in our videos. I don't tell y'all any patient identifiers. We only talk about diseases and disease processes. And then them trifling ass heifers I work with that be doing some sneaky ass shit, but they still be player hating. So, you know, we tread lightly at work. So it was kind of hard for me to really hit. I mean, y'all already know, so y'all understand. So it is hard to film while I'm at work, but when I got off of work, the family was just ready to see me. It's been 3 days. You know, when you work 3 days in a row, working 3 12-hour shifts, they barely ever see me. So I came home, did the mommy thing. Chas went to the movies with her friends, and I was supposed to stay up and wait for her to make sure she made it for her curfew. Her ass was 45 minutes late, but the only thing that let me let her slide is her homegirl grandma was driving them, so I knew it was an adult with them. But she be trying to push it, y'all. When they turn 16, you gotta knock their ass out a few times, because they be forgetting that they is not the grown-ups. They forget they are not the grown-ups. Sometimes you gotta get their ass a quick 2-piece. So I let her know, mommy working out, these joints still work. I will box your ass up, little girl. You better chill out. But you know, she's good, but she tried to test it a few times. But anyways, I'll check back in with y'all. So it's Saturday, 4th day for the week, 4th shift for the week. I got 5 patients. I'm back on my home unit, the stroke unit, neuro unit. I got 5 patients. 2 of them are COVID. 1 was an accidental find. They've been here the whole admission, and they found it when they were about to discharge them to a facility. They found out they were positive. So the facility said, hey. So now I'm just looking through my charts, getting ready for the day. It is 7:20. I'm about to check my charts and get ready because I have 2 fresh strokes, which means I have to do neuro assessments every 2 hours. So it's gonna be a busy day because 2 of them. But first, let me check my schedule.
But I'm starting to question the love that was made. I'm not looking for just anything. On the love that is based on the truth, not just it. Not right. If right now you decide that you are not ready to settle down, but if you want my heart, then it's time that you start to act like you're mine in the light of dawn. Don't just say things that just say.
So I'm on my first 15-minute break, getting coffee. We have a whole little stash of K-cups. So I'm about to make some coffee. Second cup for the day. Why? Because this is my 4th day. I didn't even really get a day off yesterday because all of the kids are over. So it's 8 kids at my house because Cameron's in Atlanta. So it's 7 kids at my house. Cameron is in Atlanta. So that's why I really didn't vlog that much this weekend. The 2 days that I was off, because I was just enjoying my family. I really didn't even do any like work for my CPR business. I did write down some ideas and did a little research and started a marketing plan because for the next little set of CPR stuff that I'm planning on doing, and the next couple of CPR classes and CNA classes I'm doing. But for the most part, I've just been enjoying my kids. We went to go see Jurassic Park, played game night and stuff like that. So it's been a real chill couple of days.
That's what I was hoping. Right. Betty posted on Facebook about the search for your son.
I tend to do that when I work 4 days. I tend to just like lock in on the days that I'm off because, I just want to tap in with the kids, check their mental, see how they doing, let the husband breathe because my husband be holding it down. We be about to fight, but for the most part, he holds it down. He be like, babe, you be gone. Like, he be wanting me home. I'm like, okay, make me a stay-at-home wife. Make me a stay-at-home wife, sir, and I will. But yeah, so holding that down.
He knew all the information already. He was the missing piece. How do you feel about it? They did the worst possible thing to my son, and he's trying to hide it right here. I think he knew he wasn't going to get away with it because I knew for a fact that he was allowed.
So I'm off work and it is raining. Thankfully, I don't live far from work, so it's gonna be a quick little commute to get home. But today typically was actually a good day. Like, I was literally out of work at 7:15 on the dot, like 6:45 to 7:15, dot to dot. Technically, I clocked in at 6:46. I was a minute late, but that's on time for me. So 12 hours. I had 6 patients at one point because I started the shift with 5 patients and ended up getting an admission. So I ended up with 6 patients, but then I had 2 discharges. So that was straight, but I had 4, well, really, all 6 of my patients were stroke patients. But with stroke patients, the busiest time for stroke patients is the first 24 hours, because the first 24 hours you have to do Q2 neuro checks, which is Q means every 2 hours I have to go do a neuro assessment. Not this vlog, but maybe one day I'll show y'all what a neuro assessment is and how to do the NIH scale, because we have to do that every 2 hours. And if that person's NIH scale changes within 4 points, because it's a score, so the score you want to be is closest to 0, and if their score changes 4 points, you have to call a stroke alert and start the process all over, because that means they're having neurological changes. Obviously, if they go from a 12 down to an 8, that's what they want, because the goal is to eventually be a 0. But if they go from an 8 to a 12 or an 8 to a 15, that's a major no-no. So that's why it's super busy when you have it, because you have to do that crap every 2 hours. And I had 3 patients who had Q2 neuro checks. So I'm like, dang, I'm running like crazy. And then I had a patient, I had 2 COVID positive patients. One of them ended up discharging home, and the other one was a massive stroke, COVID. So it was really busy, but it was a good day. I absolutely loved working with my home shift with some of their fake and phony asses that I work with. But you know, I love their fake and phony asses. I know I'm dealing with the fake and the phony, so I'm not surprised. And I just wasn't playing with their asses today. I love them, but I was not playing with their asses today. Like, I won with the slick shit, but they was all right. They was cool. I worked with 2 of my favorite fake and phonies. So yeah, this ended like this, and I had to go print a policy, and I got it, because I'm gonna have to go sit down and have a chat with payroll, because I'm supposed to be getting a bonus every shift I pick up after working 2 consecutive shifts. And baby girl has been putting in that work, so I'm gonna need to know when my coinage will be added to my payroll. But that's all. Thanks for tuning into my vlog. Hopefully y'all enjoyed.